wasn't supposed to tell you this, but a lot of people has been asking me how I did this, the cover art for artist Rinyu. So today I'm just going to show you exactly how I did this stunning cover art for Afrobeat artist Rinyu in Photoshop. Now we're going to break this into three parts. Firstly, we're going to work on the background, and secondly, we are going to bring in the picture of the artist, and lastly, we are going to bring in the text and the love details that gives it life. Oh, stay to the end of the video because I'm going to show you a bonus secret. That's how I blend everything together to have that professional look. Let's get into it. So to begin, we're starting with the setup. So we're going to create a new 3000 by 3000 pixels. So I had to give it a name, covered by Rinyu, and then now I'm good to go. So this is what I have. So I got this inspiration from this Indian movie on Pinterest. So please make Pinterest your friend. Yeah, so that's how I got the idea of that frame that you saw on the cover art. And I'm just going to go ahead to use my pen tool to sketch it out. And then before you do that, make sure that you change from path to shape to make sure they have this shape around, and then also change the color depending on what you want. But for this, go with this color. So this will have this shape at the end. I have this shape. Now I have to fill in some texture within the shape. Take the clipping mask so that the texture clip inside the shape. And also take down the opacity. And again, I look at some of the color from the actual color, as you can see, and then I'm going to just paste the color code, and that's how I was able to do this. Now I'm going to paint around to have those highlights that you saw on the official cover, those highlights that beside it. Make sure that you change the color to white, and then choose a brush and change the color to white, and then you paint around like what you're seeing. Just paint around, take your time and paint around it. So for the sake of the tutorial, I'm just going to fast forward it so you don't have too much to spend so much time doing it. But then, so after this, now I'm also going to add cosine blur on, so that it blurs and create a kind of glowing around it. So yeah, I'm going to have something like that. So so far this is what we have, and we need to proceed now. So I had to put in and remove the one that were not necessary, like clean the side by adding layer mask on it, and using my brush to make sure that my foreground color is black, and I just paint around it like this. Now after that, I added a little bit of a warm highlights to it around it to make sure that it's not just white, but it's kind of looking warm. Remember, the entire vibe is warm. We're talking about love, So I just want to make sure everything is cool. So now I'm going to increase it a bit so that my text and my title of the title of the song can fall very well. So I loaded the background on the cloud background, and then change the opacity. I also loaded my wedding car that I got on Google. And now you're going to have something like this, and just make sure that you arrange very well so it suits what you want. And I'm going to add layer mask on it. Make sure that the layer mask added on the van and on the wedding car, and then I'm going to add a gradient so it fits from the top, as you can see. Now this is what we have here. Now I need to add texture on this frame to make it have that feel, and then I'll change the blending mode to screen and the opacity to 7, and that's basically it. So as to have it, make it look more realistic and nice as you saw it on the official cover. So I'm going to grab everything and convert it to a smart object, and then I'm going to go to camera raw now and add a filter on it and do some kind of adjustment. Now for the sake of this tutorial, I'm not going to put all the adjustment, but I'm just going to paste the one I did from the flyer. But I'm going to introduce the various settings so you can see it. So you see all the settings. So that's it for vibrance, colors. Before you go to effects, you see it there, lights, you see all the settings. You can take it and copy the settings. And that was basically, and then the next one was details. So look at the details, and that was all. So once you're done, click OK. So you have this now for the background. So we're starting now with the background. There a little bit of ghost and blur around it. Don't going to blend around so that the picture should stand very well, so it should be distinct from the background. And now we're done with the first part, which is the background. Now let's get into the second part now, which is us bringing in our character, which is our main artist. So we're bringing our picture now. I'm just going to show you how you can take off the background, or using automatic selection tool, and then it's like select subject, and then also how you can refine it with your pen tool around it. You can refine your pen tool. So that's basically this. By default, you do this is what you're going to get by default, but then we need to use our pen tool to remove all the unnecessary part, and then all the part that have been cut out. We also need to add them back. So that's why we need to have something like this. So please note that the best way to change the background of a picture is to do it manually, like what you're seeing here, like using your pen tool. Make sure that the pen tool is on path, and then you take your time and select it. So please always make sure that you take your time to do it. So I'm doing this for the sake of this tutorial. At least I'm just going to show this few part so you see how everything was done. So that's basically it. So I'm just going to fast forward this part, and you need to also remove all this thing. Now what you're seeing there is like when you select it, you add the layer mask, and then you paint it off by making sure that your foreground color of your brush is black. And then same thing here, this way. This is the same thing I'm going to do. Please know that if at some point you don't understand, you can just drop your comment, drop your worries on the comment section, and then we look at it together. So I'm just going to cancel everything and then show you how we finally move ahead. So I'm going to position my picture very well, and then now I copied everything. I copied the settings, and then from the previous one I'm just going to show you here. And then for you to be able to see that, you need to go to adjustment layer at the bottom left, and then you see that circle, you choose it, and then just go through around it, and you see all the settings. Make sure that I show the settings very well, so you can copy the exact settings, and then we're good to go. So that was it. So you have selective color, color lookup, and color balance. Those are the main three things that I use on this to blend these pictures to look for it to be able to look the way it's looking right now. So so now we're good to go. Just adding ghost and blur on the actual picture, so it blurs a bit to make the picture stand out. So I tried to remove the ghost and blur below, but I discovered that the colors and the blending and the ghost and blur were all together, so I could not just take it off. I just had to allow it like that. Now we're on the last part now, which is bringing in the text and the love sign. So this is what we have here, the text now, the final part where is the text. Now we're bringing in the text. So you're going to see the typeface up there, and you now brought our nice love sign. I want to change the color to pure red, so it looks like this, so everything just blends together. For our final retouching now, we need to group everything again. Now here come our bonus. Please pay keen attention and convert it to a smart object. Put everything together, convert it to a smart object, and then I'm going to copy the settings too from the previous one and paste it there, so you see the actual look, how it looks like. So everything I'm going to show you the setting. So this is how we have for lights, and then you see all the settings they have for effects, and then we're going to move from there. We're going to go to details, color mixers. There's no touches, so here you go to details, effects, and then details now, and then that's where we ended, and we're done. So now I don't usually leave it at this 100%. I need to take the opacity to about 70% or 75%, so that it blends a bit with the actual one, so it's not too much. Now this need to show you also how to export. So to export the cover art to 3000 by 3000 pixels, so export as JPEG. If not, the distribution platform is going to reject it. So that's where we are, and that is how I crafted this beautiful cover art for Rinyu. One more second like this, please hit the subscribe button, comment, like, and share.